Hey YouTube, hope you are well, wealthy and winning. Have you ever heard the objection, I like your program, I like your opportunity, I want to do it, I just don't have the time? And how does that make you feel? How do you actually deal with that objection, and how do you communicate value in a clear, authentic and elegant way that really connects with your ideal client? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down a 4-step framework for you so that you can smoothly and eloquently handle that objection with elegance, grace, and also effectiveness. So if that's the kind of video that you like and you want to get more valuable videos like this one, go ahead, tap the subscribe button, let YouTube know that we're doing a good job and that we're sharing valuable insights with you. All right, so first we need to have what we call a real conversation. What do we mean by that? Your conversation has got to be real, it's got to be authentic, because sales, communicating value does not work unless it's really authentic and unless it comes from the heart space, unless it comes from the soul. When you are communicating value with your clients or customers or potential clients or customers, you want to make sure that you develop a feeling in the heart that develops a focus in the head, which creates function in their hands. What do we mean by function in their hands? Something that they can do, something that they can action upon, a result that they can achieve physically and tangibly, and they can visibly see it, they can hear it, they can feel it emotionally before they do it physically. And when you can do that, then you're going to be way more successful at selling, communicating value, inviting people to a new opportunity that is absolutely more valuable for them than the money that they invest. So how can we break this down in terms of having a real conversation? The first, and if you've seen my videos, you might have seen this process before, but let me share it with you again, because just because you heard it doesn't mean that you learned it. All right. So first, you've got to repeat what they said. So what can that look like? Well, Adam is on the phone, and Adam says, "Hey Jazz, I really want to do your opportunity." Hey, let's say you're a career coach. You might say, "Hey Rachel, I really like the opportunity that you've just shared, but I just don't feel like now is the right time." Ah, got it. James, now is not the right time? Yeah, it's not the right time because, I've got this going on and I've got a holiday next month and, my mum's coming over and whatever excuses or situations that they come up with, whatever stalls they explain to you. But now you've got even more clarity simply because you did this. You repeated back to them what they said so that they can expand upon what it is that was in their mind that potentially they just didn't express to you before. And when you can really understand where it is that they're coming from, then it gives you the opportunity to walk into the next step. And the next step of this process is can you write it down in the comments? Do you know what it is? Where are we? It is to engage. And you've got to engage them with a label. Like, "Hey, totally get that you're going away with your family next month. It seems like you're really passionate about your family and taking care of your loved ones." And then they might be like, yeah, absolutely. I'm super, committed to going away and celebrating my family and having a good time and blah, 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 blah. Got it, good. Now what you've done is you've progressed the conversation 1 or 2 paces to help get even more understanding from your client or customer. Watch where I go next with this, because once you've engaged them with a label, then they're going to express more to you about who they are and what they're committed to. So that gives you the right and the justification to then ask a question. So now we can go here. And now we've got the confidence and the clarity and the rapport and the relationship to be able to ask a deeper question. And you always start by picking somebody up where they are before accelerating them towards where they want to go. Here's what I mean. So then you might say, "Hey, so circle back with me a little bit. Remember when you said that you wanted to grow your career to go from 50,000 to more like 75,000? How long have you been thinking that through?" So here's a key initiator for that frame. So it's like, circle back with me. Or you can say that in a number of different ways, but essentially you want to get them to revisit what they said earlier in the conversation. So, "Hey, Jennifer, do you remember when you said that you were looking to grow your career from £50,000 as a HR director where you are now to more like 75,000? Share with me, how long has that been going on for?" And then they're gonna get to open up. Oh, that's been going on for a long time. I've been thinking about this for the last 5 years, and I'm really good at what I do. I think I should be on a higher salary. And they're go into their story, right? They go into their story, and they go, right. So here's the next powerful question: how long do you want that situation to carry on for? How long do you want that situation to carry on for when when you're leaving an additional £25,000 on the table, and maybe you can take some of that 25 grand and go on 4 or 5 holidays a year with your family? How would that feel? Oh, you know what? That would feel amazing. You know what? I don't want that to go on for too much longer. Got it. So what can we do together? Watch this. What can we do together? Communicating value is collaborative. It's not combative. It's not like, you need to get it now. This is going to change your life. No. Don't tell them anything. Ask them quality questions. So what can we do together potentially so that we can get you enrolled into this career development opportunity so that you can accelerate from 50 grand where you're at right now to more like 75 grand where you want to be, and add an extra 25 grand a year to your salary? What do you need to do next? I'll tell you what, and then they can reframe. Hey, here's the thing that I want you to know and understand. The buying decision is their decision, not yours. It doesn't matter what you tell them. It matters what you ask. Because when you get to ask, you get to draw out what's inside of them. And that is education. The sales is an educational process, and most people think that it's a telling process, and I'm tired of it. Stop telling people what to do, educate them. Educate comes from the Latin word educo, which means to draw out from within. And if you can draw out from within what is in their mind, in their soul, what is in their their physical body, their physical ecosystem, that they're not yet drawing out to themselves, much less to other people, then you're going to be way more successful, and they're going to love you for it. They're gonna thank you for it. I remember I had a client called Sabrina, and she was like, "Oh, do you know what? I want to do your program, Jazz. It sounds amazing, but now is just not the right time. I'm going through a difficult situation at work at the moment, and I might be losing my job." And we enrolled her. She said, no. And she rang back like a few days later and said, "Oh, no, I've lost my job, so I can't do it right now." I had a conversation with her, asked her a few very powerful questions using this framework. Not necessarily saying the same thing, but using this framework. Do you know she came to my event and then she made £19,000 in 3 days? Just like mind-blowing. Not because I was pushing her and telling her, "Come to the event, it's going to change your life, it's going to change your family's life, it's going to help you buy a bigger house, it's going to help you..." I didn't do any of that. I just asked questions. So circle back with me, Sabrina. Remember when you said that you wanted to take your business from like where it is now at like 1.5 grand, and you wanted to accelerate to more like 5 grand a month? How soon do you want to get there? And how long have you been struggling to get there on your own? "Oh, do you know what? I've been doing this for the last 6 months now, and it's kind of rattling my brain. I'm not sure how to do it." Oh, brilliant. So how long do you want that to continue for? Do you know what, Jazz? I don't want that to continue. I actually want to get to 5 grand. All right. So if we can help you get to more like £5,000 to £10,000 a month with our training, like what else is in the way? Like how can we collaborate together so that we can move forward and get you that result that you're looking for? Oh, I'll tell you what, in the end, she came, bang, £19,000 in 3 days. Now she makes £60,000 a month. Mind blowing. And it's all because you have real quality and authentic conversations. Remember, a feeling in the heart creates focus in the head, creates function in the human hand. So I hope you found that incredibly useful. And if you like this, I forgot the L. And finally, you get to lead. And that lead is that question that I just asked earlier, which is, so what do we need to do to get you enrolled so that we can help you X, Y, Z? And then you add on the X, Y, Z of whatever it is that they said, not what you have, not what you want to give them, not what you think they know, what you think that they need, what it is that they said. Remember when you said earlier that you were looking to grow your company from like 20 grand to more like 50 grand a month? Yeah. So like, how long do you want that to continue for? Ask. Do you know what? I'm struggling. I really want to make a decision. I really want to make a change. Okay, cool. So what do we need to do to work together so that we can help you get there? And sometimes there is a delay. Sometimes it might take a little bit longer for them to get enrolled. Sometimes there is a date that they physically can't make because they've got a wedding on that day or whatever it is. And just be authentic, be real, be open, and just be clarifying with your clients and customers. Okay. And help them. Like when you serve to help people, selling is the highest form of serving. So when you can serve, you can lead and you can have real quality conversations that have people love what you do and love the way that you communicate value with them. So if you found that useful, go ahead and subscribe. And by the way, if you like this kind of training, you're gonna love my free 5-part video series. Go ahead and download it straight away below this video. In that 5-part video series, I'm gonna show you how to 4x your fees and double your sales with beautiful, elegant frameworks like this one and so much more. So go ahead and download it right now and I'll see you inside the training.